Strap yourself in,
because we're set up, switched on, and ready to go.
Yes, sir. Reading you loud and clear. Clear. The clock has started. The clock has started.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
You are now tuned in to this week's episode of our podcast. Today we are going to interview some of the greatest and most influential minds in our field. By sharing our collective expertise, we will show you how to harness, control, and use your own skill set to achieve ultimate success and live the life you want. And now, please welcome your host.
Welcome to this week's Smallest Guys podcast. I'm your host, Jess Lee, and this podcast is designed for small government contractors, service providers, and manufacturers as part of the government contractor ecosystem, connecting people, organizations, and resources. This week, hey, we are live on set at Water Tower Place in Pueblo, Colorado.
It is so loud.
Loud? You told me to turn it up.
I did.
Deaf people.
Everyone should cheer.
Yay.
Yeah, cheer, yay. Yay! Cheer! Yeah, they're all hiding over here, so that's cool. Or over there, I don't know. We need to get some cameras that we can do this with.
We do.
Okay, so we're
She's gonna get them all.
we're at one of our events, and this is our first one of the year 2022 for Pueblo, and we have DK's with us. Welcome, DK.
Yep. Thanks.
Yep. You
Always
should get
seem
excited.
to be here with you
Yeah, always.
somewhere.
And we have Mrs. Dr. Jess Lee, the CEO.
Mrs. Dr. Lee.
It's a
Dr.
Mrs.
Lee.
too, I assume.
So you know that I'm a
Dr.
girl and you know my marital status, both of which are
Thank-
super important to this, right?
Dr. Lee.
I am
Dr.
all
Lee.
about making sure that I get things right.
It got quite
It got really quiet right there. Okay, Dr. Lee, she's the CEO of a company called 413, and it's a DoD firm. I'll let her introduce what it's all about. So welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm very happy to be here. I appreciate getting to be at this event. You can hear all of the amazing networking happening in the background.
People are just still coming in, so.
Yeah, it's great. Thanks for having me, Just Nate and DK.
Thanks for coming.
Yes.
It's been a while. We've been trying to do this for a while. So
Thanks for coming for the free drinks.
It's a little impromptu because she wasn't quite ready, and
That's what we
I'm
like.
always ready.
That's what's going to get us hits.
she's
It's-
ready.
She's ready.
She's ready. So tell
Okay.
us about 413.
Sure. So we are a management consulting firm. We work with the Department of State and with the Department of Defense. We fundamentally believe in the work of the U.S. government, and we work to amplify those results. So we work in implementation overseas. So we do things like strategic communication. We do surveys overseas. We do security sector reform work, working with the courts, working with prisons, working with partner nation forces. We just really believe that the U.S. national security project is important, and we are committed to it.
So you're a new company too, right? You just got formed a couple of years ago. Is it
We
years?
are 18 months strong.
Oh well, congratulations.
Thank you. But so 413 is formed by two working mothers. So we hatched the idea in 2017 and took full advantage of everything the SBA had to offer. Took us a little while to get it off the ground, but now we have been up and running for real for 18 months.
So that's interesting. So you went SBA, not PTAC. Did you go to PTAC
We
too?
did both. Sorry to differentiate.
No. I was just curious. Is maybe
So
you're out.
We did the PTAC, we did SCORE, we did SBA, like every free resource there was. Morgan Poyant, my co-owner, and I, we did it all. And we each had, I adopted a child, she had a baby, so we're now both mothers of three, all in that
Well, that was
time.
only two.
Yeah, I can name all the other ones if you want.
I was going to say, did they multiply as like gremlins?
Like gremlins.
Just
feed
pour
them.
some water on them or feed them after midnight?
Feed them after midnight.
No, it's water that
fabulous.
makes them expand.
So what were you guys doing?
Food makes them crazy.
What were you guys doing before this? What were you?
Yeah, so Morgan and I met, both of us secret pregnant at WOSB in Hamilton. Happy to talk about the challenges of being a pregnant woman trying to find a job in 2012. And then fast forward to 2015, we both were working at State Department, working on counterterrorism programs in Africa. And we got back together again because it's a small world of people working
Right.
on
Yes,
this
it is.
kind of sector. And that's where we started to hatch the idea.
So what drove you guys to starting a company? Why? I mean, was that like, hey, let's start a company? I mean, obviously you got to there, right?
Right. So
Right.
we had both worked for lots of different great companies and felt like, you know what? We feel like as working mothers, we hustle as hard or harder than
harder.
the other folks around us. We use our 8 hours to great effect, and it would be really great to build a culture around that idea. So
I actually wanted to ask her about that. She told us a story the other day. How did you choose 413?
413. So the name of our company comes from the code to the mother's room where we were pumping after our second child. Each of us had our second child. So we were pumping. And that's
I like
where
how
we
she
came
uses
up. I could show you.
and stuff.
Pumping machines go wacko, wacko, wacko. And we
Okay, that explains a lot.
We came up with the idea of starting the company because we felt like, you know, as working mothers, we hustle and we're super effective, and
Yeah.
we
This
can
is
build
why
a
you-
company that's affirming to that.
And this is why you were at Northrop Grumman?
I'm sorry?
This is while you were at Northrop Grumman?
No, this is while we were at different companies. We were at
Yeah.
Booz Allen.
Booz Allen.
Oh, Booze. Okay. Booze, you guys need to go change that code now?
We were actually at the Department of State in the Africa Bureau pumping, and they provided wonderful facilities for us.
Okay, well, you still need to
Is
change
that,
the code.
is that in DC? In DC there?
Yes, we were in DC in Foggy Bottom. Yep.
So kind of interesting. So you've taken that now, and you've taken some of your background. Sounds like your partner was also in similar area, functional area, space, and now you guys said, okay, how do we take this to the government contracting side of things? Because I'm assuming
Right.
there's other companies that kind of do this work, but
So we sort of we identified a space. So Morgan Poyant, my fearless peanut butter and my jelly, she is a really interagency coordinator, policy guru, and then I'm a
operator more.
hanger on of her brilliance. Probably is the best way to describe it. But anyway.
That's what he is to me.
So it's clear. When we decided to start 413, I started pursuing opportunities that would let me learn the back end of the house, right? So we were both technical folks. I have a PhD in anthropology.
We didn't talk about that earlier, did we? What the
She
doctor
does
was.
international relations. So we're both really technical, heavy people. And so I took time to learn about how the other part of sausage is made in government contracting, how budgets are negotiated, how contracts are negotiated, that sort of thing.
Exciting stuff, huh?
It actually is,
It is.
right? I
That's
used to
why I
think
like
I'd
it.
rather chew glass than do that, but turns out I really enjoy it. So we sort of took really intentional lines in our careers to kind of build up particular skill sets. And then we identified a hole in the market, which is monitoring and evaluation for these security sector related programs, because everyone who had done it before had graduated, and it's a fundamentally small business sector. So
Nice.
we thought this is our jam. We can crush this. We have great reputations in our space, and luckily so far our reputations have got us going until we have enough past performance to really.
Well, I was gonna say, you just told me you won another award just recently.
We did
today.
Yes,
Yes.
we got the purchase order
Money.
today.
Yeah. So
Yes,
so you're already
thank you.
for 18 months. How soon after you started the company did you start actually getting work? And were you employed, or have you been able to actually?
So as working mothers and the breadwinners for our families, we could not start the company in earnest until we both had salaries.
Right.
So we pitched a white paper to a client and developed a concept, and were able to win a 5-year contract.
Right off the bat.
Right off the bat. And so we both are...
Sweet.
We need to
have
get her to write for us.
We do.
So, in business development, there are several ways to win things, and one of them is to sort of co-create with an enterprising
an unsolicited offer. Yeah.
That's right. So So we have a great concept we're working on. It's finally come to fruition.
So what was that? Can I ask? What were you? What was the work that you were?
Absolutely. So it's a thing we call practical evaluations. So brace yourselves. This is nerdy. So we pair exercises for security forces. So that's like raiding a house or parachuting into something or a mock trial or transferring evidence from one place to another. So anything in that broad spectrum with an evaluation. And so just recently I finished doing public opinion polling in Libya, flew in Libyans into Tunisia to do some interviews and an exercise with them on aviation security. Interviewed all sorts of people from the Libyan government down to these folks who are working in essentially their TSA.
Nice.
Government folks. And then we just submitted our first set of deliverables. COVID sucks. It's very hard to travel internationally, so we're just doing our first ones now. But to rave reviews. So it's a very fulfilling thing to have come up with a concept with our very intrepid government client, and then to have brought that to fruition with positive feedback.
Nice. Yeah.
So it feels good.
So anthropology, I'm going back there again. We talked a little before the
anthropology. That's like the study of dinosaurs, right?
You're exactly right.
Well,
Me and
people.
Me and Ross from Friends. Yeah, it is the study of culture.
Yeah.
You're
so
exactly right.
So what
dinosaur culture?
Did you work in that or just get your degree in there? Why that?
That's a great question. So
So wait, before I go, that actually makes sense now you're doing what you're doing. That's very much in line with cultural anthropology.
It is.
Oh, the lights are coming out of my head.
Being on the field, building quick rapport, doing field work. Yes. So I thought I wanted to be Indiana Jones. So I thought I wanted to be an archaeologist.
It's my nickname.
Keep up.
You are Indiana Jones.
No, I'm not, because
you're Jesse Jones.
That's right. So archaeology is not for me.
No.
But it's hot out there.
It's
anthropology.
Anthropology is for me. People are messy. Building relationships are my jam. Interviewing people, that
you
kind of thing's my
you
jam.
may have just given me my drive to get a PhD right there.
Well, this is about you.
It is.
DK. So what do you want to get your PhD in?
I don't know. Maybe anthropology.
I thought you called him something else when you said DK.
Well, my intent was there.
So why?
So I worked for a couple years doing consulting for World Bank, NGOs, things like that.
Doing what?
Doing monitoring and evaluation, looking at their grants, making sure they're achieving what they have to achieve, that kind of thing. I thought I wanted to be a professor. Turns out there are about 350 new PhDs in anthropology a year and 8 tenure track positions. So I think I'm pretty great, but not top 8.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
So that was when AFRICOM, the Geographic Combatant Command overseeing the continent of Africa, stood up, and they were looking for anthropologists. And as an Army brat, I felt like it was time to put my money where my mouth, or my whatever.
Mouth is.
Yep. That thing.
Yeah.
So I wanted to really get in, right? I wanted to see if I could support what I'd been growing up in.
Right.
So I joined the group of the first anthropologists that were supporting AFRICOM.
See, that is a cool story. That is way cool.
Yeah, I think it's all right.
Yeah, that's actually, and then now your career's kind of really just all
Come
aligned
together.
to that.
So it's nice. I still
You've
get to
mashed
do
it well.
Yeah, I
Career
get to
mash.
do adjunct teaching. I teach one class a semester.
And you got to
so
be
I still,
teachers,
Yeah, I still
professors
get to
still.
do that stuff.
Do you still get a dig?
So keep up, just Nate. Keep up. No,
I'm stuck on the digging part. I'm sorry.
digging up pot shards is not for me. Don't tell my father-in-law.
There is that.
He's
There
not
is that
gonna
for
listen to this.
anthropology. Yeah.
Archaeology.
Archaeology.
Well, no, and anthropology. If you do the
Anthropology is the study
down
of
south.
bones.
Do you
from
want to
dinosaurs.
explain to me anthropology?
No.
DK?
She's a doctor.
Do you want to tell me about anthropology?
He does, but he won't now because you called him out.
Oh. There's some mansplaining.
That's cool. That's
we need
cool
like
though.
a pew pew pew.
I bet I have something.
We do need that. Oh, that wasn't it.
That was
No, that's not
terrible.
it.
That was no. You know what?
Yeah,
Let's
Oh, I got it. I got it.
That was horrible.
That's not it.
I found one.
That's not it.
That's a pew pew. It's kind of
All
okay.
right, you're losing
Sorry.
control.
Yeah.
So anyway, so what's the next? Where's 413? And you're moving? Are you moving the headquarters here because you're in the Springs now?
So we have
you doing
two
that?
headquarters. So we have recently gotten our HUBZone. For those keeping score at home, we're a certified WOSB, a women-owned small business, and also a HUBZone. So our headquarters proper is in a HUBZone in Washington, D.C., but then we also are very excited to have joined the Smalls and to start to understand the market here, participate in these great networking events, and kind of learn about what's happening here in Colorado.
Yes, well, we're growing, so that's good.
Yes.
This is such a cool organization, guys. I have to really give you guys props.
We
for
looked at
We need an anthropologist, though.
how amazing this is.
we looked the other day, our numbers, as of yesterday, I don't know if I should say the membership number. So we started with 2 people in October of 17.
7 million.
No, 666.
I was the sixth.
So
of that 700.
that's exactly what it was.
We have 667 because somebody joined yesterday, too.
Oh, whoop, whoop.
We broke
But that's
that.
amazing. And,
Nice.
you know, you guys have such a great reputation. I will say that we joined the PTAC here in Colorado. We spoke to a lot of different people.
Yeah, we
and
know them.
Consistently, I was directed to meet with you two
Good.
and to
Well, we want to
seek
help
out
people
this
plug in.
organization.
We want to help people plug in, and hopefully we're doing that for you guys.
I am so excited
Yes.
and so appreciative of having this opportunity.
So what's next for you guys? What's next for 413? Where are you heading?
Yeah, so next year will hopefully be our time to prime. So this year we have some, last year was like completely reactive. We had our one big
Right.
contract and then we were just like, pew, 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 like,
Yeah.
that's a thing. This year we have a pipeline, so we have things that we feel confident
Nice.
about. We have some partners. As a small business, you really have to focus your calories on big businesses and partners who you can trust
Yep.
and you
Right.
can really dig in with. And then, we're hoping that in the next couple years we'll have sufficient past performance to really start getting out on our own. But right now it's really about doing really good work for the partners we're with and
Nice.
and keeping up our reputation and not pissing DK off too bad.
No, well, we want
During this.
We want. We
That
would
could be
lo-
our tagline. Dennis and Just Nate, the reputable weirdos.
So no, we need to I'd like to tag up with you in another year and see how things go because
I would
I'm
love
excited
that.
for you. I think
Thank you.
you're in a particularly right now in this time and
Yeah.
place. You're in a sweet spot.
Yep.
Thank you.
So yeah, looking forward to it. I'm excited.
So
about
how do people get a hold of you?
Yeah.
Let's say they have a job that fits in with what you guys do. How do they get a hold of you guys?
Oh, that's such a good question. So our website is www.413.works.
413.works.
Some
WORKS or X?
WORKS. We were too smart by half. So that's our that's our
That's
domain.
nice.
So www.413.works. And I am at Jess at JESS@413.works.
Nice.
And, I think it's really important that small businesses work together and
Yeah.
that they collaborate and that they share information. And so I just really appreciate getting to learn and collaborate from you guys and the other smalls here. And I really appreciate being able
yeah.
to chat with you today.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thanks.
Next time we'll do longer, but we wanted just to meet you on radio, on YouTube, where are we? I don't know. Over here on YouTube. There we go. Producer Jen. There we go.
And
Now you're over here. Are you serious? Okay, I'll get it someday. We'll get our minds melded. So, okay. Anything else, Jess?
No, thanks, Jess.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
guys.
very much.
Thank you.
And we'll be back with you guys next time. Just Nate, signing off.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening.
You've reached the end of another episode of the Smallscast podcast. Connect with us at thesmalls.org. Don't forget to sign up to our newsletter to receive our free materials. See you at the next episode.
See you at the next episode.